Blake Lively is getting sued for defamation once again, this time by a crisis PR firm called Street Relations that she claimed played a key role in the supposed social media smear campaign waged against her by Justin Baldoni. The PR firm's CEO is named Jed Wallace. They are based in Texas, and I'm just picturing a rootin' tootin' cowboy with the bolo tie and everything. He
says howdy.
Yes, he says howdy, Blake.
And he tips his hat to you.
Yeah, exactly. So the CEO of the crisis PR firm is now suing Blake Lively for defamation for placing him essentially in the crosshairs of her legal battle with Justin Baldoni without any evidence that his company had any involvement in this supposed hate train that was paid for in 2024. Street Relations was named in Blake's original civil complaint against Justin Baldoni back in December.
Feels like a lifetime ago.
It does, doesn't it?
Doesn't it?
But then they were not named, interestingly, in the lawsuit that she launched just a few days afterwards. Jed Wallace accuses Blake Lively of falsely lumping his firm into allegations she made against Baldoni and then sending the information to various media outlets, including Elle Magazine, I'm assuming New York Times as well.
Yeah.
Blake then doubled down by falsely accusing him of being a subcontractor to a company called TAG, T-A-G, the acronym, to assist them in their unlawful retaliatory social combat campaign against her.
It's also
Such
very
a creative
serious
writing
sounding.
project here. Despite the fact that Blake didn't name him in the lawsuit, the damage was done, and the media continued to report that he had engaged in illegal activity. Jed Wallace now says he has suffered millions of dollars in reputational harm as a result of Blake's defamatory statements. He is seeking $7 million in damages, so Blake better get busy and sell more shampoo.
We're gonna have a lot.
Sell more,
a lot
more
of
of your
shampoo.
alcohol brand, more of your hair care brand. Get
DVD
maybe a
rentals
clothing
of
line, a
DVD
perfume,
rentals.
DVD rentals, maybe a shoe line at JCPenney. We'll see a lot coming from her in the near future so that she can pay back these legal fees.
BL Dunks.
Blake's legal team calls BS on this new lawsuit, saying another day, another state, another 9-figure lawsuit seeking to sue Blake Lively into oblivion for speaking out against sexual harassment and retaliation.
Wait, I thought it was just, well, I mean, she's the one who said that no teeth, so I don't know how much I believe the sexual harassment stuff.
Yummy.
But, like, I thought it was a 7-figure lawsuit.
She's saying 9-figure, or at least the legal team is saying 9 figures in here, I guess if you put it all together, given that Baldoni is suing for $400 million.
That one makes sense.
Yeah. This is not just a publicity stunt, they say. It's a transparent retaliation in response to allegations contained within a sexual harassment complaint that Lively filed with the California Civil Rights Department. While this lawsuit will be dismissed, we are pleased that Jed Wallace has finally emerged from the shadows and that he too will be held accountable in court. Now, a source close to Blake Lively, who knows who it may be, now tells TMZ that all of this legal drama is taking a deep emotional toll on Blake Lively and her family. It's causing her and Ryan Reynolds much anguish, but she nonetheless is eager to have her day in court, and she feels very vindicated that the judge ruled in her favor by threatening to move up the trial date if the PR battle overshadowed the legal battle. That is not, in fact, a ruling in Blake's favor. If you ask Justin's legal team, they say the judge did not rule in Blake's favor, but they had asked the court for a gag order for Blake not to be deposed by Brian Friedman and for the entire case to be dismissed against them. None of that happened. Therefore, the court didn't rule in her favor. Private individuals have suffered hugely due to Blake Lively's vastly untrue claims, and they too are looking forward to their day in court to show the truth. And part of that truth, which is included in Justin Baldoni's lawsuit info website, is that Blake Lively single-handedly inflated the budget for It Ends With Us by 6 figures, $430,000, so that she could expand her wardrobe to play Lily Bloom. It's funny because I actually saw a lot of women who were fans of the Colleen Hoover book complaining about the wardrobe they chose for her in the movie. They're saying it's like nothing like what they pictured for the character based on who she's described to be.
Why
in
is
the
she
books.
wearing a romper?
Yeah, she's like wearing all these rompers and weird like overalls.
It's like when Dave Chappelle wore like the work suit, like the work romper for his that Netflix.
Look
special.
at the next one. She's in like TJ Maxx military fatigues. I don't know what they were going for with this. Lots of overalls, lots of coveralls, like she is a mechanic or something. Weird prints. This is what they spent $430,000 for. Yeah. When all that the women watching this movie wanted was for Blake Lively to wear sundresses the whole time. Yeah. It's so simple. It's so easy. They're barely even trying at this point. But yeah, they noted in the lawsuit, loading the wardrobe department on trucks and delivering the contents to Blake Lively's home in the middle of congested Manhattan for fittings cost time and money.
I bet.
Always in short supply on any major film. Requests of this nature are typically made during contract negotiations. Since Blake Lively made no such request at the time, this added expense was not included in the budget. Blake Lively, who had a greater obligation to the studios as an executive producer, paid no heed to budget constraints, let alone to the months of planning that had already been completed.
Wait, what does reshopped mean?
Where did you see that word?
It says that she demanded her character's outfits be reshopped. So it says she refused to go to the fittings. Does that mean that is reshopped means they had to bring them to her?
Sounds like something like she's asking them to completely redo.
Like,
all
so
the work.
go buy more?
Yeah, basically replace everything. Because what they had in mind likely was what was described in the book, just a bunch of sundresses. She's a florist. Her name is Lily Bloom. Like, we get the picture. But she was probably insecure about her mom bod and taking it out on everybody else. And I don't say that to poke fun at her. It's because she outright admitted it. And she tasked Ryan Reynolds with berating Justin Baldoni for fat shaming her.
Meanwhile, Ryle Kincaid just wakes up and says, "This is what I look like.
I woke up like this.
I woke
babe.
up like this."
Yeah. I still think it's the stupidest name.
Ryle
Kincaid. It's the most like, grocery store novel name I've ever heard.
You're riling me up, Kincaid.
Yeah, I posted a clip from that rooftop scene, the storied rooftop scene, the embattled rooftop scene. And it's supposedly written by Blake, maybe by Ryan Reynolds or both of them. And this line she delivers is insane. She's like, I heard that maraschino cherries like stay in your stomach for 7 years, like, or they give you cancer or something. I forget.
So it's like you have your cells regenerate every 7 years. Like
it's like when you swallow bubble gum.
That and maraschino cherries every 7 years, you're a new person.
And then Justin's character is sitting on this rooftop and he looks out at the city and he says, "Wow, I didn't know that about maraschino cherries." This is the genius script that they fought over, okay? That they fought to include in the movie. And then she's like, yeah, I don't know if I just like made that up, but like they are pretty gross. And he's like, yeah, they're pretty gross.
All of this is going to end up ruining his chance to make the Pac-Man movie too.
For nothing. And, you know, Blake Lively says she is looking forward to her day in court. I am looking forward to it just as much, if not more. If that ever even happens, they're probably going to settle before that, but I'm really hoping for the most entertaining outcome.
I don't know if it benefits her to go to trial. It really doesn't.
No, none of this from the very beginning has benefited her at all. She should have just let it go. Let people hate you and then forget that they hated you a month later. It happens all the time.
Thanks for watching. Listen to full episodes of Pop Culture Crisis on Spotify.
Keep up with us on social media and make sure you subscribe and ring that bell so you never miss the show. Bye, guys.